This is a true horrifying story, part 2. Before we get started, grab your juice. Tastes like booty. This is probably one of the reasons why you might want to delete that dating app or the website you're registered in. This is the story of a guy called Stephen Port, and by 39 years old, Stephen had been on all dating platforms uploading pictures of his earlier age where he was hot, dashing and young, luring young men to his place where he would later spike their drinks. It all started pretty chill and not too fatal until when Stephen made this call to the paramedics.
So he was a young boy, looks like he's collapsed or had a seizure or something.
He tells the cops the same thing, how he just found this random guy outside his apartment, all wasted. This random guy's name was Anthony Walgate. Anthony's friends were not buying this story. They said to the cops that Anthony had met up with Stephen earlier that evening. So the police asked Stephen again. This time he reluctantly admitted and said they partied a little bit too hard and Anthony took a little too much of the substance they were having, resulting to him passing out. So he got scared and panicked. That's how he ended up positioning him outside and made this call to the paramedics. The cops bought to this story, of course, and ruled the situation as non-suspicious. An old woman walking her dog close by a graveyard that happens to be 2 minutes away from Stephen's apartment finds this body of a very young man. Just over 3 weeks later, the same old lady was walking her dog along same road. She finds another body positioned almost the same way as the first one. The first victim, Gabrielle, had actually moved in briefly with Stephen as a couple for just 5 days. So Stephen's neighbors noticed Gabrielle has not really been around recently, so he asked Stephen of his whereabouts, and as you would expect, Stephen cooked up this story saying he had returned back to his home country, Slovakia, and ended up passing away sadly. It's mysterious illness. He has no idea of what it was. Stephen now became inventive and added a note to the second body, the guy called Daniel Woodworth, stating that Daniel was the one who murdered Gabrielle. Stephen also made sure to add to this fake note that don't blame the guy I was with the last time. He is completely innocent, talking of himself. And again, both cases were ruled non-suspicious and self-inflicted. Fast forward to 2015, another body of a man called Jack Taylor turns up around same churchyard, and again, the police ruled it as non-suspicious. But unlike the other cases, Jack's family knew he would never do such a thing, and they demanded that the police should show any CCTV footage of Jack where he was last seen. The police pulled up the CCTV footage, and guess who he was with? Stephen, standing right next to Jack. So the cops raided Stephen's computers and found the most horrifying internet searches. I'm not going to be able to go through this in this video. And also they found videos of some of the things he did to some of the other men that were found dead around the churchyard. They re-examined the bodies and they found Stephen's DNA on all of them. But what bothers me is, let me get some juice. If they had just looked at Stephen's laptop from the very first death, so many lives would have been spared. But what do I know?